What's up guys, I'm Justin and welcome to my brand new JK 4K channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing you this brand new iPhone SE. Just kidding, I'm going to be showing you this brand new Apple iPhone 8 Plus that is in the new Apple Gold color and be comparing it to this last generation iPhone 7 Plus in the Rose Gold color. I'll be showing you all the differences. I'm also really excited because this is my first video on my brand new JK 4K channel where I'll be doing unboxings, how-tos, and reviews on tech gear and other audio and video equipment. And I'll also be doing some fun giveaways, so make sure you take a minute to subscribe so you don't miss out. Now let's get to it.
Okay.
Now Apple highlights the new iPhone 8s as saying they feature a new glass and aluminum design, Retina HD displays, an A11 Bionic chip, new single and dual cameras with support for portrait lighting, wireless charging, and that they are optimized for augmented reality. Now all that sounds really awesome, so I'm super excited to get this thing unboxed. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So you can see the box here. I'm going to begin by taking off the wrapping. So here's the top of the box, and you can see it has this slice right here in two different colors. Here's the right side of the box. The top of the box with the traditional Apple logo. The other side of the box, you can see it says iPhone. And the Apple logo again. Now let's compare it to the Rose Gold box. You can see they're both very similar, just that there's no slice, of course, and that the Rose Gold color appears to be definitely more pinkish. Alright, so let's go ahead and open it up. So just like the iPhone 7 Plus, we're presented with Designed by Apple in California. Let's take this off and see what's inside. So this is the first side. You can see it says Welcome to iPhone, and it talks about the side button, 3D Touch, and Touch ID. Then on the other side, it talks about the switch, the volume buttons, tips, wireless charging, which is new to this phone, and the lightning connector. Then we have another page with some general information. Nothing too exciting. And of course the Apple stickers that you see on some people's cars. Alright, so let's take the phone out of the box. You can lift it up here. Alright, so you can see the phone here, so let's go ahead and remove the protective plastic. And just by initially holding the phone, you can definitely tell it's a little bit heavier. So here's the glass back of the phone. It's very clean looking. It has a very, very slight hint of pink to it, almost like a champagne color, but it's very clean. You can see, all you see is iPhone, the logo, the camera, and the microphone and flash, but it looks really nice and clean. I really love this new look. Here's the front of the phone. It pretty much looks the same as before. We'll come back to the phone in a minute. And moving along, let's see what else we got. We've got the charger like every other iPhone. This is definitely not a fast charge charger. We have the earbuds with the dongle on the back. This is just a cardboard case. Definitely doesn't have the plastic case that we've seen in the past. And we also have the Apple cable. Alright, so here are the two iPhones side by side. You can see how they compare in color. The rose gold color does look beautiful, but I think the new gold color looks beautiful as well. They're both really nice. And here's the sides, so you can see how they compare in color there. The rose gold color looks really nice. I do think Apple should bring that back, but I do think the new gold color looks awesome. So if they don't, I don't think people should be too upset about it because it looks really nice and clean. I'm going to change the angle so you can see how the phones look with different lighting because that definitely makes a difference. Now a huge feature in terms of the new iPhone 8 is this glass finish that is on the back. It's made up of a 7-layer color process so they could get precise hue and opacity to deliver a rich depth of color. And I could say it's pretty much worth it because it looks amazing. Apple says it's the most durable glass ever in a smartphone, which sounds great, but it is still glass, so you know you got to be really careful. On the sides, you will see a color-matched Aerospace grade aluminum bezel. It does look really nice, just like all the other iPhones. It comes in 3 other colors, with those being silver, space gray, in the new red. But that means no jet black, no rose gold, or old school apple gold. And definitely no matte black because this has a glass back. The glass does feel really nice though. It's really nice and smooth. Now in terms of size, the new iPhone is 6.24 by 3.07 by 0.3 inches. That makes it 0.01 inches longer, 0.01 inches thicker, but it does have the same width as the iPhone 7 Plus. In terms of weight, as I was mentioning earlier, it did feel heavier, and that's because it's 14 grams heavier. But it does feel nice in the hands. In terms of storage, there's a 64 gigabyte or a 256 gigabyte option. That means no more 128 gigabyte option, which makes me sad because I thought that was basically the perfect size. It does have NFC support just like the last generation, so you can use that for Apple Pay. In terms of connectivity, it's got the same 4G LTE, GSM, CDMA, HSPA+, and all the Wi-Fi that you're used to. But unfortunately, it does not have the new gigabit LTE, which may be a disappointment to some, especially if you keep your phones for a while. Now, in terms of Bluetooth, it does have the new version 5.0, and that means you're basically getting twice the speed, 1.5 times plus the throughput, and 4 times the range. It also uses lower power, which equals longer battery life. It's also more resilient, can support larger messages, support the Internet of Things, and more. In terms of other sensors, it has a barometer, a 3-axis gyroscope, an accelerometer, a proximity sensor, and an ambient light sensor on the front. I want to make sure to show you all sides of the phone. So here's the left side, here's the bottom, and here's the right side. Should look very familiar. A big difference though compared to the iPhone 7 Plus is you can see that you will not see these antenna lines across the back of the phone, which does make it look cleaner. Now regarding the battery, it's actually a smaller 2,675 milliamp battery versus a 2,900 milliamp battery that was in the last iPhone 7 Plus. But you still get 21 hours of talk time, 13 hours of internet time, 14 hours roughly of video playback time, and about 60 hours of audio playback time. Now that's because it has a more efficient chip, which I'll talk about later. It also offers fast charging, which can give you 50% of the battery charge in 30 minutes. But do know that you got to buy some accessories that I'll have listed out below. What you need does not come in the box. Apple's also caught up in terms of wireless charging and has decided to support the Qi standard. Let's go ahead and actually test that out right now. Now I actually have a Nokia Qi charger from when I had a Windows phone for a little while from back in the day. So let's go ahead and test out and see if it works on the new iPhone 8 Plus. Set it down. Let's set it on our charger. There we go. We can see that it's working. I'm holding the charger under the phone and you can see that the phone is charging, so that's cool. On the right side of the phone, you can see we have the SIM card tray and the power button, but there is no micro SD card slot, just as on all previous iPhones. Now on the front, we have the 5.5 IPS LCD Retina HD display. The resolution is 1920 by 1080, which equates to 401 pixels per inch. Now what's different about this screen is it has the True Tone, which adjusts the white balance of the display to match the surrounding light for a more natural paper-like viewing experience. This, combined with the vibrant wide color gamut of the Retina HD display, will give you what Apple says the best color accuracy in the industry. Basically, the True Tone makes the screen look warmer. So here's the home screen with True Tone off. Now here's the browser with True Tone off. Now let me turn it on and you can see a difference. Now hopefully you can tell it's a little bit warmer. Now the impact that True Tone makes depends on your environment, so I turned off the lights around me so I can hopefully show you how the True Tone changes the display color. So here it is with it off and you can see the colors are pretty cool. Now I'm going to turn it on and you can see it slowly warm up. There it goes. So this is True Tone on. And you can see how the browser looks. Now I'm going to turn it off again. Things cooled back down. So this is what it looks like with True Tone off. Now, one of the biggest improvements to the iPhone 8 Plus is the A11 Bionic chip that's inside. It has a 64-bit architecture, and it is definitely the most powerful and smartest chip ever in a smartphone. It is absolutely insane. In some of the benchmarks, it's actually faster than the new MacBook Pro with an Intel Core i5 processor.
Nice.
It features a 6-core CPU design with 2 performance cores that are 25% faster and 4 efficiency cores that are 70% faster than in the A10 Fusion. It also has an Apple GPU with a 3-core design that delivers up to 30% faster graphics performance than the previous generation. Apple also says it has a neural engine and an embedded M11 motion coprocessor. All those specs sound awesome, so let's see how the new processor performs compared to the last iPhone. I'm going to do some simple browser tests and try to hit the links at the same time, and let's see how much faster the browsing is on the new iPhone 8 Plus. Try to hit these at the same time. Oh, looks like the 7 Plus was faster. Let's try it again. The 8 Plus won that time. Very, very similar. We'll call that one a tie. Here we go again. Looks like the new phone was a tiny bit faster. Let's try this link right here. So it looks like the iPhone 8 Plus is a little bit faster in terms of browsing, which is what we would expect because this is a faster and newer processor. Now let's do some camera testing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks pretty similar. Let's switch between photo and video since that's something I do a lot. Looks like the iPhone 8 Plus was ready a little bit faster. Let's switch back. Yep, let's go to slow-mo. I do have both the phones in the same resolutions with everything, so they should be the same there. Those were similar. Portrait. All right, so you can see the iPhone 8 Plus does seem a little bit faster. If that's significant to you, will depend on your use case. But I mean, really, the iPhone 7 Plus was already incredibly fast. It is nice to have it faster, but I don't think you'll be disappointed with either phone in terms of performance. Now here is the new camera module. It features dual 12 megapixel lenses. The wide one is a 28mm f1.8 lens with optical image stabilization. And the one to the right is the 56mm f2.8 lens. That basically means that the wider lens will let in more light compared to the zoomed in lens. That means when you're using the wide lens, you'll get cleaner shots in low light photos. The camera also has phase detect autofocus, so that allows it to focus really quickly. And when these cameras work together, you get 2 times optical zoom. So that means you can zoom in without losing any quality. It also allows 5x digital zoom, but you will lose some quality when you're zooming in digitally since that's basically done with software. It also has a quad LED dual tone flash. Now the megapixels are the same, but what's new is the sensor is larger and faster with a new color filter and deeper pixels. Apple's also incorporated a new Apple design image signal processor that delivers advanced pixel processing, a wide color capture, and faster autofocus in lower light, and also better HDR photos. The new quad LED True Tone flash with slow sync results in more uniformly lit backgrounds and foregrounds. Now it's important to note that the iPhone 8 Plus just received the highest cell phone rating on DxOMark. DxOMark is a popular website that rates cameras and lenses, so you can check out the results there when you have time. I'll put the link below. Now iOS 11 also supports HEIF and HEVC for up to 2 times compression, and when using that you'll be able to store roughly twice the amount of photos and videos. Alright guys, so now we're going to test the portrait lighting. So here we are in the portrait lighting mode. We have to use the back camera. We're going to take a picture here with a natural light. Smile, buddy. There we go. Now let's try some other lighting. You can see the studio light is a little bit brighter. Then we have the contour light. So there's studio, then contour, then stage light. Let's try a shot with that. There we go. That's what that looks like. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Let's go back to the camera. Now let's try stage light mono. There that is. So you can see it makes it black and white. That looks so awesome. Let's try a studio light. So here's a studio light. Now let's do the contour light. That adds a little shading on your face. And let's do the stage light again because that was pretty awesome. Let's edit it. So we can go in here and apply some filters if we want to. Click cancel, discard changes. So that's interesting. When we edited it and did the filters, let me see. It took away the studio lighting. So let's edit again. Go back to original, hit done. Now we're back to the original picture. Very interesting. So we can go back and put the stage lighting on it. So as long as you take the picture in this portrait mode, you can always go back and change it to however you want it to be. And I'll say this is pretty awesome to just play around with. Alright, so let's see if we can make some edits to this picture to make it look a little bit better. Can do the light, make some changes there. I don't think I want to change the lighting too much, but let's just play around and see what we can do here. So we can fade it out a little bit. That's cool. Then we can go to exposure. Maybe dial that down a tad to help his face from not being overexposed. And there we are. Alright, so that's the portrait mode. It's pretty awesome. What's also fantastic is the new iPhone will actually let you record 4K at 60 frames a second. That means you'll be able to get a clearer picture, especially in cases where the camera is having to move around a lot. And also in post, you'll be able to slow down your footage if you want and make your 4K video appear in slow motion. Now, in terms of built-in slow motion on the iPhone, there's actually now a 240 FPS setting for 1080p. So you'll be able to get higher quality, super slow motion using the built-in camera. Now, the new iPhone 8 Plus has redesigned stereo speakers that are up to 25% louder and deliver deeper bass to enable richer sounding music, videos, and speakerphone calls. Let's go ahead and test how much louder these speakers are. So I'm going to use this Decibel app and play this song. So that was around 106 decibels or so. All right, so with that test, it actually looked like the older iPhone had a louder headset speaker. Let's try the bottom speaker. We got up to around 98 or 99. Let's see how the older phone does. All right, so it looks like the headset piece may be a tad louder on the older iPhone, but the bottom speakers are a tad louder on the newer iPhone. Now again, this is not a scientific test. This is just doing a quick test to show you guys what I'm seeing. Now, of course, the new iPhone with its amazing processor and GPU can play games that look amazing. So here I'm playing the Warhammer game that Apple has shown in some demos, and it looks incredible. Now, another new feature of the newest iPhone software is the AR capabilities. And I don't have a lot of room here, but I'm still trying to show you what you can do, and it looks pretty amazing. Now, this new feature is available on all devices that have an A9 chip or above. So that's the iPhone SE, the iPhone 6s, the iPhone 6s Plus, the iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, iPad Pro, all three variants and models, and the new 9.7-inch iPad, which was made in 2017. So it's pretty awesome. Right here I have a case on this iPhone 8 Plus from the iPhone 7 Plus. So cases from the iPhone 7 Plus will definitely fit. It did feel a tiny bit harder to get on, but it wasn't too bad at all. All right, so to wrap things up, the new iPhone 8 Plus has the glass back that is beautiful and made with a 7-layer process. Its dimensions make it a tad longer and thicker than the previous generation. It also weighs 14 grams heavier. In terms of storage, you lose the 128 gigabyte storage. The processor is insanely fast with the A11 Bionic processor, but does have the same 3 gigabytes of RAM. In terms of connectivity, you gain the new version 5.0 Bluetooth, but you do not have the new gigabit LTE, which is featured in some other new phones that are coming out nowadays. In terms of power, you have a smaller battery, but the same overall runtime due to the new efficiencies incorporated into the new chip. It also supports fast charging if you buy the right accessories. I do want to iterate that it does not come with what you need to support fast charging out of the box. It also supports wireless charging, and you could see that it does work with the Qi wireless charger that I have from many years ago. The Lightning port is USB 3.0. The screen does have the new True Tone support, and it is beautiful. The camera now supports 4K 60 and 1080 at 240 for better high-res slow motion. The camera sensor also has bigger pixels for better low light and overall pictures. The portrait lighting is available, and that is only available with the camera on the back. The speakers now have deeper bass, and from my quick results, it looks like the bottom speaker is a tad louder, while the top speaker from the earpiece is a tad quieter. And finally, with devices with the A9 and above processor, you will be able to experience the new augmented reality. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the links below where I'll have some links to my favorite iPhone accessories. Also, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And comment down below and let me know what you think of this brand new Apple iPhone gold color. Do you like how it looks or do you like the rose gold better? Also, please let me know how I can improve on videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Peace.